Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, having a look at the autumn season for Series 27. Seasonal completion, you get the number 777 Corvette Formula Drift car for 50%, and for the 80% you get the Toyota 2000 GT. For the photo challenge, you need to take a photo of any rods and customs car with Broadway Church. This is pretty simple, doesn't have to be creative or anything, just down in Broadway Village. A quick jump to that one is if you've got the leap of faith danger sign, just do a fast travel down there and you're pretty much in my backyard. So that's a pretty straightforward one. So moving on. For the weekly Forzathon, it's called American Automakers, and the first one is to own and drive either the 2016 Dodge Viper ACR or the 2015 Chevy Corvette Z06. And the second one is win 5 drag strip events in either the Corvette or the Viper. Win 3 street scene events in the Corvette or Viper. And finally, earn 500,000 skill score in either the Corvette or the Viper. So that's pretty nice, to be fair. We've had this one in last year, and what I've done with this is I've actually created tunes for both of these cars, for the Viper and for the Corvette, so you don't have to pick a car based on my tunes. So I've got the S1 Forzathon Viper tune up here. I'll pop the share code up on the screen so you can grab this code, put it into the search box and tune this up to this specification. I've also done this for the Corvette, so it's the S1 Modern Muscle. Again, S1 tune, so similar spec to a Viper. So if you're a Viper person, if you're a Dodge fan, go and grab that. If you're a Chevy fan, go grab this one. Share code up on the screen there. Once again, grab that share code, tuned up, and go and have a blast on these weekly Forzathon challenges. For the trial, it's called Forza in the Forest, and you get the Toyota Celica 92. Autumn Games involves trucks and gets you the Mercedes-Benz tank pull racing truck. So Forza in the Forest, C Class 600 and Classic Rally. So okay, cool, a bit of dirt racing for the trial. And I've gone for the Volvo 242 Turbo Evo on this, the V-Rally tune, which I've used a couple of weeks ago on one of the videos, and this is an awesome tune. This car is absolutely fantastic, and I'll absolutely hammer any dirt racing stage. The share code's up on screen. You've probably got it if you've been following my tunes in the last couple of weeks, but if not, this will get you this tune. You can go off and have a blast on the trial. This actually should be quite fun. For the seasonal games, it's at Mortimer Gardens and B-Class in trucks, and this one gets you the Mercedes-Benz tank pull truck. I've decided to go for the Unimog, the Mercedes-Benz Unimog, because it was the choice between the Unimog, the Mercedes-Benz tank pull truck, or the Volvo Iron Knight truck. And you don't want to be doing this stuff in a truck, really. So this is the closest thing you've got to a more drivable vehicle. For PR stunts, you've got Roman Ruins, Cops, and Hillside. So that's a jump, a speed camera, and a speed zone, which isn't too bad. I've put a video together going through the Roman Ruins because it can be a bit of an iffy one, but as usual I'm using the Mosler. I've got my X-Class tune for this up there, and this is, in my opinion, the perfect stunt car. I use it every single week to absolutely blitz these challenges. Roman Ruins, danger sign, 170 metres you need to hit to complete this seasonal objective. My personal best is 206 in the Mosler, funnily enough. And I'll have a quick look at this. I've popped a video up going through this in a bit more detail, but with this one, it is just a case of starting off by the houses, getting yourself a stable line and trying to hit the ramp. It's not as easy as it sounds because you do bounce around a little bit and that ramp is a bit of a pain, but once you hit it, as long as you avoid those Roman pillars, you can land without too many problems, and I've hit a new personal best for that one and totally cleared the seasonal objective. For Cops, the speed trap, 182 miles an hour, which isn't too bad. It's on a pretty reasonable road and it doesn't take too much effort to beat this PR stunt for this week. It will just be a case of taking a decent run up from about 900 metres away and making sure not to go too wide on the corner and just hammering it towards the cameras really. So 185, which isn't as good as my personal best on this one, but that would have cleared the speed requirement for the season. For Hillside, 86 mile an hour. This is a speed zone and it's actually one of the more difficult ones in the game. So again, in the Mosler, it's a case of taking a run up. You're probably better doing this on the bottom of a mountain instead of the top, even though it's a bit counterintuitive to say that, but I find going from the bottom up to the top actually makes it a bit easier, but you just need to keep the speed on. These corners are a pain in the backside, and if you don't have much luck with a Mosler, it might be worth trying a rally car, but this Mosler's done this 86.87 through the line. And for the seasonal championships, we've got Sinatra Style for the Porsche 917 LH, German Wheel for the Porsche Macan Turbo 19, and Fully Loaded for the Lexus RCF, which is a new and exclusive car. For Sinatra Style, it's an A-class on classic racers, starting off at the Ambleside Village circuit, which is not the most fun of all circuits. It's absolutely tiny, it's just nothing but pure corners and it's absolutely carnage. But if you want to get your hands on some seasonal completion and the Porsche 917 LH, this is something you've got to have a look at. This event does comprise of 3 stages. So you have got the Ambleside Village circuit, as well as the Derwent Reservoir Sprint and the Greendale Club circuit. So yes, the Ambleside one's a pain in the backside. The Derwent Reservoir Sprint's pretty decent, and the Greendale Club circuit shouldn't generally cause too many issues. And for this, I have decided to go for the Ferrari 500 Mondial, because a lot of these cars that are eligible for this are not cheap. This Mondial is one of the cheapest ones. It's about 1 million credits on the auto show, but if you look on Auction House, you can pick this up for a tenth of that. This is going for around 100,000 credits when I looked earlier today. Grab this one, grab the tune, and you can head off into the event. The share code's up there to make stuff a bit easier, but if you do search by name rather than share code, all my stuff's under LostPhoenixUK. For German Wheel, it's a road racing series and it's A-Class Sports Utility Heroes. This gets you the Porsche Macan Turbo 2019, and the thing about this is it's called German Wheel. But your car doesn't actually have to be German. I went in, I had a look at the eligible cars, and it turns out the Trackhawk is actually eligible, but it consists of Edinburgh City Sprint, Waterhead Sprint, and the Lake District Sprint. So that's 3 nice sprint races, bit of fun, bit of an easy win on the Macan Turbo, really. As I said, I've decided to go for the Trackhawk on this one, the Jeep Trackhawk, because this is a lovely car. This is really, really nice car, and it's got a lot of power and it's fun to drive. And it surprised me actually, because I was expecting your car to be German. you'd have to use a German car. And I tuned up a BMW X5, but when I found out you can use any Utility Heroes car, I went for the Trackhawk, because why not? You might as well go for one of the best ones for this purpose. The fully loaded championship, it's a dirt racing A-class in super saloons, starting off at the Bamborough Pinewood Trail. This gets you the new exclusive car, the Lexus RCF, which looks quite interesting. There are 3 stages to this event, and those are Bamborough Pinewood Trail, Moorhead Rally Trail and Astmore Rally Trail, in the sunrise, in the early afternoon, in the late afternoon. And for this event, I've decided to go for the Audi RS7 Sportback. I've put a pretty respectable tune on this, so you can go in, have a bit of fun with it, and grab the share code up on screen. Otherwise, use the creator name LostPhoenixUK, no spaces, and that'll find you this tune without too many problems. So that's basically it, guys. That's the quick run through of the season, and 50% for the Corvette Formula Drift car and the Toyota 2000 GT for the 80. So that's actually not bad rewards. You probably get something totally random as a secondary reward for these as well, as we have done for the last few weeks. But if you like what I'm doing, hit that like, hit subscribe. We've got quite a bit of Forza stuff coming up, and until next time, guys, thanks for watching, take it easy and happy driving.